Backyard wakeboard tutorial, Ecclesiastes 4:12. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. We've got a cord, it's got a couple strands on it. It's tied to a basketball hoop. And I have this little fun spooner board here we're going to use for demonstration, but before you even get to putting on the board for wakeboarding, think about swimming first in flotation, and then get to the point where you're ready to put on the board and get in the water and realize that your feet are then going to be tied together. So the normal kicking and swimming that you would do in the water is a little different, and the board is buoyant too, so that plays a factor. But the first step in getting up on a wakeboard is the board's going to be out in front of you, and you're going to use the tension of the boat moving forward to get the board up underneath you. So it's going to go from up in front of you to up underneath you. And what I like to find best is that your elbows and your knees fit together, so you're kind of in a posture where your legs are close together and you're in a ball. I like to call this your shell. And you're going to be patient. What's going to get you up out of the water is actually the angle of your board, and it's going to rise to the top of the water. One thing that a lot of strong people do, or athletes, is they try to use their arms too much when they're getting up. And actually you're going to think about your arms more hanging on than pulling on. Okay? Hopefully this is going to work tied to a basketball hoop, because I'm not going to use so much the leverage of the hoop and try to force myself up. I'm going to just gently get my legs up underneath me and then stand up. So, but did you see how naturally my arms wanted to pull in? So the quicker that you can break that habit, the better. If you get a hold of this video before you even wakeboard, I hope it helps, because keeping the arms out and towards your hip is going to be best. You notice that my arms are still straight and I'm hanging on. A lot of times this is what feels more comfortable and like you're in control. And on the little spooner board here, it's less about balancing on the board and more about trusting in the rope. And then as you learn that, the turning aspect is going to come more from the board edges than it does from the fins and the makeup of the bottom of the board, because you're done riding the board like this, right? A lot of times when somebody first starts, their legs get so sore and tired, and it's because they're trying to balance and like get it perfect, versus leaning on your back foot and trusting in the rope. And this is actually going to be where I want to be the whole time. This is home and home base. The rope is in line with my front hip, and my weight is on my back shoulders, not because I'm pressing on my back foot, but because my shoulders are in line with my back foot. So if I show that to you here, right, my shoulders are in line with my back foot. And then the handle, my arms are straight and it's in line with my hip. It doesn't have to be at my hip, because then you have no room for error. I like to keep it at a medium length, and keep the rope silent when you first start. One of the best drills that you might do is on the back of the boat before you even get out there. You take this little loop. It's at the beginning of the handle if you have a wakeboarding handle. If not, figure something out. But you're going to go from here to here without using your arms. Okay? And then once you grasp that concept, it's going to be important that you're patient and you stay in your shell until the board rises to the top of the water, and then you start riding the board and stand up and put your handle at a comfortable length. But what I've noticed the most out of riders that pick it up pretty quick is that second and third try, they're trying to rush it and trying to get up on the water too soon when they should just be staying in their shell, because nothing really is going to make you fall. If you're here on the water, the board's sliding sideways, nothing's going to make you fall. And then once the boat is up to speed, you can stand up and put your weight on your back foot. But hope that helps. I wish I was on the water today, but this is going to be the closest I can make it to it. So also another way to get me on the water more is send me the paint. If you see a commercial building that needs painting, let me know and I'll do the rest. I'll track it down, I'll find a friend, and we'll help pretty up your space. But I hope this wakeboarding tutorial helped, and hopefully it's first of many.